you prophets and wise men and scribes, and some of them ye shall kill and crucify, and some of them ye shall scourge in your synagogues, and persecute them from city to city, that upon you, that generation there, upon you may come all the righteous blood shed upon the earth, from the blood of righteous Abel unto the blood of Zacharias, son of Barchiah, whom ye slew between the temple and the altar. A righteous man standing up for what was right, and they killed him. The temple and the altar, a holy place, and they sacrificed Zacharias. Verily I say unto you, verse 36, all these things shall come upon this generation. And as he looks over Jerusalem, he cries with a deep compassion and passion. He says, O Jerusalem, Jerusalem, a city of peace, thou that killest the prophets, and stonest them which are sent unto thee. How often? How often would I have gathered thy children together, even as a hen gathereth her chickens under her wings? But you're just rebellious. Ye would not. Behold, your house is left unto you desolate. The parallel passage says, you missed the day of your visitation. Who was visiting them? God. The eternal Son of God was visiting them in the flesh. And they missed him. They did not cleave to him in faith. And so he says, your house will be left a desert. It'll be left empty. For I say unto you, ye shall not see me, who? The Son of Visitation. Henceforth, till ye shall say, blessed is he that cometh in the name of the Lord. An Old Testament passage referring back to this very moment during the time of Passover, where they would have read this passage, blessed is he that comes in the name of the Lord. And Jesus, this Passover season before he dies, says, you won't see me again until you really say, blessed is he. And Jesus is that he that is blessed, that the Jews must confess before they will see God and see good. And Jesus went out and departed from the temple, and his disciples came to him for to show him the buildings of the temple. And Jesus said unto them, see ye not all these things? Verily I say unto you, there shall not be left here one stone upon another that shall not be thrown down. Jesus says every single one of these stones in this mighty giant building will be turned over. In this eternal city, the stones of this eternal temple to an eternal God will be thrown over. They missed the time of their visitation, and his disciples, of course, had no idea what he was talking about. They thought he was there to stay. He kept telling them he's going to leave. Where are you going to go? Europe? The Rosicrucians wanted them to go to France. No, that's not what he did. He was leaving Earth. He was going to crucify and rise from the dead and ascend to heaven. And there would be a long period of abandonment. Their house would be desolate. And Jesus' prophecy was indeed fulfilled after the resurrection. And several decades later, as the prophets and the evangelists of Jesus Christ spread the word of the gospel of Jesus Christ to all the Jews in Jerusalem and Samaria and the regions about. And when they had made their decision and the die was cast, 3 decades later, the Romans would come in and fulfill this prophecy as the rebels who would not have Jesus' lordship over them, the rebels who missed the day of his visitation, the rebels who would not say, blessed is he who comes in the name of the Lord, but chose other messiahs. Those rebels would see the wrath of the pagans upon themselves. Their city would be destroyed, their temple would be burned down, their gold would be looted, they would be forced as slaves to tear down every block of their precious eternal temple to the eternal God in the eternal city. The city of peace. One of the oldest operating cities in the world. The city of promise, the city of Messiah. It would all be ending and Jews would be forced out of the land, scattered in a diaspora across the Roman Empire and amongst the pagans. From India to Ireland to Africa. But a desert in Israel. Cleave to the Lord God of Israel. Jesus is the way, the truth, and the life, and no man comes to the Father but by me. All heads bowed, eyes closed, and no one looking around this morning. I want to ask you,